Hey everyone, today we are on the Emerald Princess. We are on deck 5, and deck 5 is a combination area, meaning you have some cabins and some public space. We are going to look at the public space this morning here. We're going to do it by staying to the right. Now, this whole area here is really dedicated to all of the artwork and stuff that you'll see here. It's obviously they don't do the auctions in this particular space, but here's sort of their art collection. So we'll just continually stay to the right. So they've got some nice display cabinets here as well. Yeah. So this dumps us into the piazza here on deck 5. As we come around here, here's your International Cafe, where they have different sweets and things, sandwiches, different coffees and things. And it is open 24/7. Right attached to that is actually a bar. And that bar closes, I believe, at 11:30. All right. By the way, this is the midship elevators and stairs. We'll go through the middle so you can see over in there. But we are staying to the far right. Here is men's and women's rooms over here in this area here, as well as the accessible bathroom, which they label unisex. It's in a separate little doored off area. All right. We are standing sort of right at the beginning of the Michelangelo restaurant, which is right here. It is only accessible from one side of the ship. And they actually have the lights down in here, which I find interesting. We've never seen a cruise ship where they've turned the lights down at night. They're always up full blast. But I think you can still get an idea of the restaurant. Some cubbies down there. Now remember, this ship was built in 2007, so, and it's built a little bit different. There's not one huge gigantic restaurant. There are 3 smaller public restaurants. This is the Michelangelo. They also have Bocelli and Da Vinci. So we're just crossing over to the other side of the ship. Nice big windows. You can sort of see the water whooshing by. There you go. Morning. Now, a lot of restaurants you see on cruise ships, you sort of enter from the middle of the restaurant. You can go left and right. As you can see, the middle of the ship is right about here. There is no entrance. These doors are normally closed, so it's not really an entrance or an exit. It's how we came in on this side. Again, hopefully the lights being down in here didn't throw you guys off. If we feel we need to come back here and get some shots during the day, we will do that. Again, here's your reception area. I have posted the menu daily. Here's your elevators and stairs now. We are going to walk and cross over to the other side. Again, midship elevators and stairs. And here's that door that I was talking about. It's not really an exit point. And so over here is your internet cafe. Haven't actually seen an internet cafe like this in a while, Lisa. But they've got an old school internet cafe. Awesome. Yeah, and a printer. It's funny you have to call it old school. All right, now, again, I told you I would come over here and show you this elevator bank because it's a little bit strange. There's some elevators in the back side, but there's two here. There's also these glass elevators over there, and the same on this side here. So it's just set up a little bit different than you're used to seeing. Okay, here's your future cruise sails here, and what looks to be what probably was another part of the internet cafe, right? Because it's got these little kiosks where there would be computers, or maybe back in the day it had something to do with the photo lab, but now it is future cruise sails. Okay, as we continue on, here's your Vines bar. This is for all the winers out there, all those people who enjoy the wine. And we are down here in the middle of the piazza. If you were watching day one with us, when we had the videos for the sail away party, this is where it ended up taking place, right here, because it was raining outside. And so this is a 3-deck piazza. There you go. And as we move forward, this takes us back into where all the artwork is. Suppose we call it the art gallery. So many ships these days don't have a dedicated art gallery. Again, the newer ships, it's just they hang the art on one of the passenger type hallways in the public spaces. It's a passenger. Just make sure we're not missing anything down there. Cabins are down there. Again, nice wide open space. And this will lead us directly to the forward elevators and stairs, right where we started. We are on deck 6, the Fiesta deck, and we're going to be showing you where everything is in relationship to stairs and elevators. Now, this is a bit of a strange deck. The Bocelli restaurant is in the back of deck 6, but you can't get there from here. We're going to have to go up, to go over, to go down, but we will eventually show you that. Right now, we're going to start off on the right-hand side and take you into the theater, the very front of the ship, and then we'll circle around. Before we go in, let's make sure that we point out the ladies' room as well as the accessible ladies' room. Okay? And let's go into the theater. There's a crossover to the other side. There is a ping pong room in this conference room. Right? I would probably think this may have been the old school library, Lisa, but it's now a ping pong room. Sort of in between things, it seems like. A lot of cleaning supplies kept in here. I know it's dark. Again, they have the lights down, but it's sort of a in-between space. So the music was playing in there pretty loud, so I would have had to have done the live read. Here is another conference center right here. This is actually set up like a conference center. Okay, so there's tables and stuff in here and chairs. Now, interestingly enough, and I know it's not going to be easy to see, but this is actually an air wall. Okay, so these doors can accordion back, and this become one large conference space. You do have TVs in here and things. And if I knew where the lights were, I would turn them on for you so you could see in here. What's behind here, Lisa? You see a button? No, it's just storage of stuff. Yeah, it's not like the cabins where the light switches are, you know, right there. So we don't want to be clumping around too much. Yeah, it's just more storage of stuff. So hopefully you guys can tell that it's a conference center. All right, moving on. Could be digital lights, Lisa. Again, here's that crossover that I showed you as we were going down the other side. Here are the men's room, both regular and accessible, which is directly across from the women's that is on the other side. All right, now we're heading into Gatsby's, which is the name of their casino. What is this? That is Fun 21 Blackjack. You got 3-card prime, high card flush, regular blackjack, got your craps table. Again, moving around. It's probably mimicked on the side. Yeah, blackjack. Oh, another blackjack table, so it's a little bit different. Heads up hold'em, another blackjack table. So, huh?
It's a theater, it's casino.
Did I say theater? Yeah. I meant to say casino. So again, by today's standards, this is a bit of a small arcade, if you will. We'll grab ones there. Some VR games here. I'm gonna try to win some candy. There you go. Punching bag. There you go. So there is the arcade. You can get to it from there or from inside the casino. Of course, this is how we came in. So this is how we're going to leave. All right, so here we go. There's a ramp to get out of the casino. And there was that other access point, okay? So here's your Princess Captain Circle desk. If you're part of the Captain Circle, if you have questions, there's somebody there. Your, good morning. Your service area here, your service desk, customer service is right here. There's always somebody there, right? And you can see we're overlooking the piazza again, right? Here is Meridian Bay, Sun Rear Shops. And if you're into Swarovski crystals, they have them in there. Okay, we're at your mid-ship elevators and stairs, but we're also at the Da Vinci dining room. So let's go take a look at that. Again, here's another entrance to elevators and stairs. So just like Michelangelo, the entranceway is on the far right side. lights down. It's so interesting. I mean, it's great because they're conserving power. It's just weird. We've never been on a ship where the lights were down. We've always been up. So as we're watching this live, if you guys watching with us are feeling that it's a little dark, let us know, and we'll have to try to come back during the daytime and video just the restaurant for you guys. So just leave a comment in the chat, or if you're watching the video, leave it in the comments of the video if you feel you need to see a second look at this. Okay. Kitchen is back there, by the way, so we're not gonna go back there. That's also why the two restaurants are broken up, meaning Bocelli is on the other side of those doors that I was just showing you. The spinning door where the kitchen is. Back in the day, I guess they still kind of do it now, but it just seems to be a little bit different. The kitchen is in between both restaurants. And so that is an emergency exit. It is not a way to get out, okay? The only way in and out is up here, which is what I was showing you. We're actually telling you about is you enter through the right. Anyway, as I was saying, so when we started this video, I told you we're gonna have to go up, to go over, to go down. Well, that's exactly the case because the kitchen is in between both of the restaurants. So this is what we're gonna do. Instead of going up, going over, and going down, and then doing it again to come back here, I'm gonna show you the rest of this deck. Again, here's access to the midship elevators and stairs. And then we'll backtrack to show you Bocelli's restaurant, okay? I just wanna make sure we're not Calypso Cove, need some clothing. I just wanna do this as seamlessly as possible. Yeah, so if you forgot something and need something, this is actually the, we'll call this the cruise ship merch store. Okay, so this is all your princess garb here, right? All things princess. The first one was not. So if you need something, shorts, shirts, dresses, whatever, you can get that there. But if you want to buy something princess logoed, that's this shop right here. Here is your alcohol and tobacco area in there. Again, the other side of the service desk area. Nice. Okay, so we're now on the other side of the casino. And more slot machines. All right, so this is where we started. So we've gone, let's say, 360 as far as we can. But remember, we do have to go up to cross over to Bocelli's. So you're gonna get a quick glimpse here at deck 7 as we run our way down here back of the ship to go down. I suppose we could have combined deck 6 and deck 7 to make it a little easier, but I like to have them separated. So if somebody's watching and doesn't want to watch deck 7, they don't have to watch deck 7. Unfortunately, right now, you're having to watch deck 7. Yeah, this so strange to see areas with the lights off. It's crazy. We've never experienced that before. I mean, I guess it does make somewhat of sense because, well, there's nobody awake except for the cleaning crew, but it's going to be hard to show you everything. That's the Crown Grill in there. Yeah, it's going to be hard to show you what they look like since, well, the lights are off. Ocean front. All right, so we'll show you more of that obviously when we do deck 7, but we are now going to go back down so we can show you the restaurant. Now, we do this because already in the first 2 days, I can't tell you how many people we've heard, talking about getting to this restaurant and it being a problem for them. So you can only access it from the front elevator or the rear elevator banks, guys, right? That big black hole there, that is the kitchen. You can only get to Bocelli's from the rear elevator bank. And so here's the entrance here, Bocelli's. You can either go to the right or the left. There are unisex men and women bathrooms inside the actual restaurant, which is very unique. So this is where we ate the first night. And there's the kitchen. Nice area. Remember we told you we're in like this little cubby or little cubicle sort of space. This is where we ate the first night. It was really unique. Even though we were right by the door, it was completely quiet. It wasn't loud. It was really neat. It almost seemed like we were in a private little room. It was very strange. What I like for you all to pay attention to in here, and again, I know it's a little bit dark, but the benches, right? They have benches all around in different places in this ship, and all the dining areas. And they are very, very comfortable. However, they are very, very squishy. And so when you sit on a bench, like me, I'm a pretty tall person, 6'4". When I sat on that bench, when we were sitting there, it turned out Lisa was actually sitting higher than I was. The benches are, they're comfortable, don't get me wrong, but definitely a little squishy. All right, so we're getting around to the other side here. Just make sure we show you the whole thing. As you can see, sort of more, this is probably the bigger of the 3 restaurants. And I don't know how it works for service because we have anytime dining. And so since we have, I'm going to sit here for a minute and explain this to you. Since we have anytime dining, we technically have to make a reservation to come to the dining room. Now we do that, I actually did it like several months ago. I picked where we wanted to eat every night. Now the 3 main restaurants serve the main menu, the same menu I should say. So whether it's Bocelli, Michelangelo, or Da Vinci, it's the same menu. Now the 2 specialty restaurants are different, meaning the grill, the Crown Grill, and Sabatini's. I don't know why I can never remember Sabatini's. They're specialty restaurants, so they have a different menu. So if you're doing anytime dining, it doesn't matter which of the 3 restaurants you're in. The only difference is the decor. But we decided to eat in all of them twice, a couple of them 3 times, just to have a different experience with the wait staff and what was going on in there, okay? So hopefully that helps you. Make sure you make your reservation beforehand. It doesn't cost anything, but as soon as you book your cruise, sit down there and pick where you want to eat. It'll make it a lot easier when you get here because they do set it up one side for people with reservations, the other side without. When you have without, you might be standing there longer than the side with the people with reservations, and Lisa's of course shaking her head. All right, we're on the promenade deck 7, which is completely public space. So we are about to do a 360 and give you the full tour. We were standing we're in the rear of the ship, by the way. So these are the rear or aft elevators and stairs, okay? There's our little ramp down here. Excuse me, everybody. And back here is your Club Fusion. And now there's a ramp up. Ramp up, ramp down. And the lights are actually on in here. It may seem a little bit dark, but no, this is how this club looks. There is an outside area to the ship, but we will do this on a port day when we're not moving, because it is very windy out there. You wouldn't hear anything. Ladies' restroom right outside the club. There's your medallion class area. Here is where you'll talk to people about your pictures. Old school, right? All these weird looking like things here, those all swing open and all your pictures are hung there. So this ship, at least in concept, there's no digital boards for you to go to see your pictures. I do believe though that you can see them on the app. So it's interesting that they don't have any digital kiosks down here. It's old school, but there is a small digital aspect to it. So here is the crown grill. We're gonna walk in here. The look of this place is amazing when the lights are on. You've got coffer ceilings, all the woodwork in here. I mean, it's really a stunning look. Yeah, so I'm just horribly disappointed that the lights are down to an aspect where we just can't see anything. And I don't want to go putzing around with anything. So we are going to eat in here. And so I'll maybe shoot some video and then we can splice it into this video. This crosses over to the other side of the ship. Again, there's an outside area there. Not an outside eating area, just where you can sit and enjoy the world go by. All right, so your crown grill. They do some preparation right there. It's got its own kitchen. All right, so you want a show, you sit at one of these tables right here. So we continue on. You guys find it interesting, even though it's an old school ship, how much space is here? You rarely find ships that have that kind of real estate wide open like that.
Very true.
There is a desk here for checking out, as well as, whoa, come on. There we go, sorry everybody. As well as a desk there, if you have questions. As we continue forward, this is the Explorer's Lounge. There's some cool little sofas and stuff out here. There's a ramp and stairs here, and over here is just the stairs. So you can access it if you're in a scooter. And so this is kind of a neat club. It's not completely enclosed behind a door, but it doesn't feel any less intimate that way, okay? So I love how there's different levels. So there's great views no matter where you're sitting. Okay. So your Explorer's Lounge. Lisa was just saying that's where the art auction was the other day. More doors to get out to the promenade, the outside deck, I should say. All ships have awards and plaques and things. A lot of times they're hidden, like down where the medical center are, and so that passengers really don't get to see them. Here, it's up here on deck 7 where you can check them all out. Kind of like that. They have them all there. So, midship, elevators and stairs, though the main part of the elevators are here, okay? Again, slightly confusing. You can walk through that little center to get to the stairs, but the main elevators are here. More shops. If you ran out of makeup or forgot your makeup, they carry all of that here. Chanel, Estee Lauder, Clinique, all kinds of stuff. All right, Essence, your watch store here, okay? We're back in the piazza. It's the very center of the ship. Beautiful. Really, it's a very elegant look. Stained glass there at the top. Those two little black things, those are actually the, there's elevators there, glass front, so you can see through as you're going up. All right, let's continue on. Staying to the right, more Effie jewelry here. On this side is the Salty Dog Pub. So this will have a very nautical theme. Again, the lights are turned down. It's just so strange. I mean, we've been on a lot of ships. It's the only ship we've ever been on where the lights are turned down at night like this. Because normally all of these areas are being cleaned at this time, and so they keep the lights on for the cleaning crew, as opposed to the cleaning crew having to figure out how to turn the lights on. There's your Salty Dog Pub, right? I don't want to call it a restaurant, but they do have some food here, I believe. Yeah, it is called a gastropub. So here's your excursions desk. Again, they just call it the tour desk. But this, yeah, going on an excursion. There it is. I feel like there's something we missed, but we'll catch it on the flip side. We're just about at the very, very front of the ship. Is a men's room right here. I just wanted to point that out. Remember, that is the promenade. We will check that out during a day. which we technically are going to get stopped right here. Which is part of Salty Dog, right? So it's the Wheelhouse Bar and the Salty Dog restaurant. So we're gonna double back because I'm pretty sure there was, yes, I feel like there's a library up here on the other side of the Salty Dog / Wheelhouse Bar. And I talked about the Effie store. This one's actually called Facets. Yeah, here we go. The library. Look at this. Nice. Quiet spaces, all kinds of games. And here, books. People have made comments about libraries that some of the books are real old. They've been here a long time, but yes, that is the truth. But what happens is a lot of people will bring a book on board with them, finish reading it, have nothing to do with it, and they leave it here in the library. So this would be a nice quiet space, guys. So if you're looking for something really quiet and comfy, this ship's got a library. We have daily puzzles. We may have to come down here and get the Sudoku. All right, so we're gonna continue off to the right because we came from that side over there. So here's your crooner's bar. Love the look in there. There's a piano down there at the end. So you're gonna have somebody playing piano, but also there's typically some entertainment down there as well. So it does flow up here. Must have been cleaning the carpets and stuff. They got a big blower down there. That's why it's kind of loud. So we are back at the midship elevators and stairs. Ladies' room on this side. It was men's on the other. Now these doors, again, remember guys, are typically closed. You're typically not able to access this club because the doors are typically closed, which is men's room here, which is strange because the men's room's behind the door. It's the Explorer's Lounge. We saw it on the other side, but I have found these doors to always be closed, so I'm not sure. We'll try it again, come through here and let you know. But we're gonna go the way that is always open so that you get a sense of what you may have to do if you're walking here yourself, you know, actually on the ship. And this is technically right where we started, but we never took a look on this other side, so we'll show that to you. You have a men's room and a unisex accessible bathroom. So here is the other entrance and exit to the Fusion Club. Now, I was telling you that was the main entrance, right? We will double check because we believe these doors are normally closed. But it does have the feeling of a second entrance, Lisa, doesn't it?
I've seen these doors open.
You have?
Yeah, I have.
So this might be one of those exceptions that they make that seem like it's the only entrance, but they do have these glass doors. Now, it could also be that they keep them closed, you know, when a show is going on, and open them up at the end so people can leave instead of through the one pinch point. Who knows? But with these glass doors here, it sure does seem like it's a secondary entrance, right? We'll go with it that it's a secondary entrance, and throughout this cruise, we're gonna come up here and see some event and let you know. All right? You're on the Lido deck, which is deck 15, and we're going to take a look at the public areas, which are the two pools, the Neptune pool, the Calypso pool, as well as your buffet area. All right, so we're going to stay right over here to the right. Now, if there's a lot of music playing, we may have to mute this, and I will do a voiceover. These doors are automatic. Now, guys, as you can see, it's nighttime. It's also raining, so we're not going to be able to get completely out into the open because, well, cameras and water don't do well. So here's one of your bars. It's called the Mix. Right. There you go. Again, this is the Neptune pool. As you see, nice wide open spaces. There's always tons of loungers here. Obviously, they've packed them all up because it's nighttime and it's raining. And this is also where a lot of the activities happen during the day. They seem to happen right down here. So, like they had a sexy leg contest the other day. That was right there. Martini making, right? The sail away party was supposed to be right there, but they had to scrap it. Actually, I'm going to reverse. The sail away party was going to be right here because that's where the bandstand is. But again, it was raining. All right, so you can get inside from the middle. We're going to skip that, where you can continue on because there's another pool here. Here's your New Grounds crafted coffee, right? Your coffee corner. So if you want to get any of your specialty coffees, you can do that here, right? That will cost you. However, the ice cream is free. If you want to get a slice of pizza, you get it right here at Slice. There you go. We've only eaten there once. We will eat there again soon. Now, if you remember, I was pointing out that middle access point. It's right there. So you can get there if need be through the center, but it's easy enough just to walk through. Now, if you're into the movies Under the Stars, which if I remember correctly, wasn't Princess the first to do that, Lisa? Yeah, they were the first ones to have this big outdoor movie screen. All right, this is where that happens. So this is the Calypso pool. The other one was Neptune. This is Calypso. Of course, there is another bar here for you guys. I just wish it wasn't raining. All right, but it's time to go into the buffet area. All right, now the doors are automatic, but there's a huge puddle over here, Lisa. The water has congregated right here. I'm telling you, it's been raining for off and on since literally we departed. The sailaway party got canceled because of rain. Okay, so there are a bunch of drink stations. We've been talking to you through the live that there are no juice machines here. This is what their drink stations look like. That is ice and water. There's some cups. They do put some iced tea in a pitcher, but it's not always full. And you have coffee. You have to ask for the lemonade.
Well, sometimes it's there.
All right, over here is your seating. I've been up here a dozen times already and have never seen lemonade there. I think they may put it there at night, but I have never seen it during the day. But if you look right over here, that's where they kind of bring the dirty dishes. That's where they actually keep the lemonade. So just walk up there and ask them and they'll pour you a glass, okay? Now, if you also remember, I called the buffet a series of 2 pods. So, good morning, how are you this morning?
Good morning.
So this is one of the pods. Good morning. As you see, they're getting ready for breakfast. And so it's kind of built in a big circle, right? And you have a couple of stands here in the middle. And so there's the identical look of this on the other side, which of course we'll show you in a minute. But they have food all the way around here. The elevators are right here. We're at the rear elevator bank, or you can walk this way, whichever way you choose, okay? Another drink station. And you can also get to the elevators and stairs there. Another hand station, hand washing. No washy-washy, no yummy. Again, they have some decent seating around here. Now, I've talked about the 2 pods and then the U. This is the beginning of the U. All right, so they have food service back here. For breakfast, this is where your omelets are made, okay? You do have another drink station here. Now, there is access to the back of deck 15 here. We're gonna just stick our head out here for just a second because it's raining, okay? But here's your deck 16 rear. There is the outrigger bar here, and that's the pool that we were showing you from deck 14, but they had the doors blocked off. Not too often. All right, so you have some more seating areas back here. But look at this, most people don't know that this is here. There's a different sort of seating area back here, right? With more lounger type chairs. Just kind of unique. Even though it's small, there's a ton of offerings. It really is. I can smell the bagels. I can smell the bagels. Got fruits and stuff. I actually shot a video of the breakfast buffet. We'll show that to you.
Another thing that's unique is the vegan section that they have.
And another drink station over there. Hand washing station. Another puddle of water. And as you see, we are back outside. You know what I didn't notice, Lisa? Were the restrooms, and I didn't point them out because the restrooms were back towards the elevator area.
They're next to the elevators.
There's men on one side, women on the other. And we didn't go into the elevator bank, but I know you're probably wondering, wait a minute, he always points out the restrooms. Where are they? They're by the elevators, okay? So we're back out here at the pool. You've seen this already, at least from the other side. It's actually stopped raining at the moment. I'm able to stand outside for just a minute. These are not restrooms here. These are emergency exits, okay, crew only. But if you need a flotation device there, you got life vests, your towels, your beach towels. I haven't seen any in the cabin. They're located up here. You just come get one, use it, and then throw it in the dirty. Okay, so unlike some cruise lines where it's sort of assigned to you, here they're just by the pool. Here's your ladies' room. On the other side of this circle is the men's room. So I was like, I don't remember seeing it on the other side either. So here we go, men's and ladies. In between the two pools. Now during the day, again, they have this area completely filled up with the loungers. I know they stack up kind of small, but trust me, those are a bunch of loungers. And they have them all around. Now here is your Salty Dog Grill, or the Salty Dog Grill. Sorry, I'm walking through puddles. If you didn't know, the decks are sort of curved, they're arched. There's like a drain over here all the way at the edge. So when it does rain, the water does flow this way, but it flows into a trough that drains out into the ocean. But again, here is your Salty Dog Grill, or the Salty Dog Grill. This is all free. There's the menu. We've taken a picture of it. We'll make sure that we post that on Facebook. All right, we actually had burgers here the other day. And that's it. We've gone 360. Wow, that creates an unbelievable wind tunnel. I don't know, is the mic picking that up? That is crazy. Wow. Me personally, I wouldn't want a cabin on that deck just because of that.
You know, I didn't notice it on the other side though, so it's gotta be the direction that the wind's blowing.
It could be, but the doors were closed until we got there,
Yeah.
right? Here we walked in and they were open and it created the wind tunnel.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
That's definitely crazy.
Anyway, well, there's your deck 15 public area. We are on deck 16, or the sun deck, and we're gonna show you everything that we can show you on this deck. We're gonna do it in real time. Now, the only issue is, the very back of the ship where Sabatini's is, we can't walk all the way around to get there, so we may have to do some up and down to get there, meaning backtracking and going down and walking, but we'll see. But we're gonna stay to the right, and we're gonna get this tour started for you guys. So first of all, here's your Lotus Spa. We have a separate video for that that we shot when there was no one on the ship, or at least when it was open for tours and things, okay? All right, so let's stay to the right. Now we are at the very front of the ship. So sort of a nice carpeted walkway here. It's nice on the feet. It's a beautiful day here in Antigua. That's where we're at today. You can see the bridge is right there. Bridge. Some great views down on the mini suites. Now what's behind this glass is your gym. Now I do believe, as you can see from the stairs there's access for guests to go hang out on top of the bridge. We'll see if we can find it for you and confirm, but I do believe that is a possibility. All right, so as we round the corner here, everybody, we're over by one of the bars up here on deck 16, which sort of overlook the pool area. And I can see there's lots of loungers, chairs and tables, but there is your pool. That's the Neptune pool. All right. There's a whole set of chairs up here that you can go to. We'll go ahead and walk up there now. There's nothing else up here, so we'll just show you. And they play movies pretty much non-stop. Even on port days. There's not one right now, but but they do put the loungers all out at nighttime. They put blankets on there, and you can sit there and watch the movie. So technically, I think we've climbed up to deck, I don't know, 18 or something. I'm not sure. Obviously, there's no elevator that comes up here. Now, just like the Deck 7 Promenade Outside tour that we did, we were talking a little bit ago that we can't go all the way around the front, but we can take these stairs and go up and over. So I think that's what we'll do. Princess logo. And again, this is the end. There's nothing back here. It's a couple loungers. So it's up and over for us. Well, maybe not up and over. I call this the sports deck. I know it's a bit windy and I apologize. This is actually part of the kids area. You got these little racetrack for the kids and little cycles. So yeah, we can't go up and over, Lisa.
No.
Let's, yep, guess we're gonna have to go up and over. So let's continue going up, see what happens. We go. Oh my Lord. All right, there's skywalkers inside there. Here's a little mini shuffleboard court. I guess we're going up more. So I guess this is deck 16 and up. Yeah, look at it. Look at that mess in there. He's down there painting. Wow. All right, so here's your sports court. Basketball. I don't know what else they do up here. I don't see, I see a little net there, so they probably do, not racket, pickleball, other activities up here. We might as well just stay up here and finish. There's a little putt-putt course up here. They're playing croquet up here the other day. I got some cornhole up here. And now we're overlooking the back of the ship. I like the look of the back of the ship. There's a lot of visual appeal. There's that ridiculous music. Yeah.
All right, now we can go down and around. By the way, there is access through elevators here, so you can see, right? So,
Step up.
yeah. Just we were trying to do deck 16. Now we're on deck 19. Here's the other half of the shuffleboard court, Lisa. So I guess you have to, do it here, then run to the other side. I'm kidding, obviously. Actually, I said it was a beautiful day, but it looks like it's clouding up. I don't think we were expecting rain today. Since we already came up here, we'll go ahead and walk back here so you can see. Again, we'll show you skywalkers. All right, so you know what? We'll show you. We'll just do a separate tour for that because there's so much, guys. But up past deck 16, the ship really does get cut up a bit, and there are just areas accessible with like forward elevators and or aft elevators and or your midship elevators, a little bit more than some of the newer ships. So deck 16 is good for all elevators, but past that, we're back on deck 16 now. Past that, you have to be very specific of which elevators that you're going to use. All right, so I'm just going to stick my head in here. There's a conference center here. It's locked. I was going to show it to you. There are restrooms right here as well. More restrooms. Area. Okay, so there we go. I'm just going to do a quick little thing there because we're going to come back and show you the back of the ship here in a few minutes. Actually, you know what? We'll just do it now while we're here instead of backtracking again. If you remember when we started the video, I was showing you the deck plan, okay? Here, and I'll show it you again. We started off up here, right? Right there. We did all of this, then we had to go all the way up to 19 to come back down. But we are right here, and so we'll sneak back out in a minute, but we might as well show you what's back here while we're here. And it's Sabatini's and Adagio. So Sabatini's is their upscale Italian restaurant. Adagio is actually a nice quiet bar. It looks like closed and locked. Man, this ship is just different, guys. I have never found a locked door on a ship, ever. Never mind all the lights being out. So we'll go and show you Adagio. This place is always quiet, guys. There's a few people in here, so I'm just gonna talk softly. This is our sanctuary from the rain when we were trying to stream. Okay, we'll take you out to the back. A nice area here. We were just, that's that little bike course for the kids, and you got your hot tubs up there, and there's another hot tub right there. So here's your outside area behind Sabatini's and Adagio. I guess we're gonna have to come back and video Sabatini's when it's opened, and do it as an insert video or something because the tank door is locked. That's very strange. I don't know, we can try. Nope, it's locked. There's somebody in there. You see they're in there sanitizing and cleaning. But yeah, there you go. Now you get in right there. So on that side of deck 16, you see, there's nothing. On this side, this is how we came in. You have some restrooms over here, right? And a quote-unquote conference center. It's really neat about the ship. There's lots of little nooks and crannies that you can have conferences in. There's a conference room here. There's I don't know, 2 or 3 others, Lisa. I'm trying to remember the different decks they were on. All right, so back out to deck 16. Hopefully this makes sense to you guys as you're watching. Ooh, wet varnish. And varnish in the wood. All right, so again, we're on the other side of the... I don't know, do they call this the midship pool? No, the other one's Neptune. This is Calypso. This is the Calypso pool. Yep. So, let's see. Yeah, we've come up here at night and it's never full, or it hasn't been. So, yeah, if you come on the ship and you want to come up and watch a movie, let me repeat that. We come up there at night and it's never been full. So. And again, back at the Neptune pool. Right, lots of loungers. We were doing one of our early morning videoing. I came up here at 7 o'clock. Watched the sunrise actually, so I was up here a little bit earlier. But as I was walking back to the cabin, came back here by the pool, it was 7 o'clock. And I am not lying, there was already 20 to 30 chairs that had towels on them already. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. 7 o'clock in the morning. All right. And there's an automatic door. You just can touch that pad right there. And we are back inside. So there you have it. We've gone 360 on deck 16 plus a few little extras. I'm currently standing on deck 16, overlooking one of the pools, smoking areas here. We're towards the front of the ship. And we're going to show you the sanctuary, which is up on deck 17. However, there is no working elevator that takes you up there. So the only way to get there is from stairs from deck 16. Okay, they do call this the sports deck, but this is not a sporty area. This is a relaxation only area. Now this whole area is not the sanctuary. Sanctuary starts up there where the sign says. So anybody can come up here and relax. Anybody. It's very quiet up here, okay? Now the sanctuary is adults only. And there's a cost. Half day pass is $20. A full day pass is $40. Now, the sanctuary has a lot of nicer amenities from the chairs. We'll talk about the pool in just a minute. Even on sea days, it's nice up here because they have the little roof up there. I'm trying to keep the camera away from those enjoying themselves. But yeah, the recliners here are just super, super, super comfortable. You can even have a massage up here as well. There's got a table up here for massage. So here's your sanctuary. I think it's blocked off on this side, so we can't get out. Yeah, there's a little gate there, but we'll go out the way that we came in. Now this pool is called the Lotus Pool. Now the Lotus Pool is sort of in the middle of the spa. However, it's not specific to the spa. Anybody can use this Lotus Pool. The only way to get to it is from in the spa, or as you see, come up the stairs here from deck 16 up to 17, and then walk back down right there. But even though the spa, the spa's wrapped all around here. That is not just for the spa. Anybody can use that. And since it's sort of challenging to get to, it's usually very quiet there. So let's go over to the right side here. Now, obviously, there's zero shade here. So this is going to be a fairly hot area to lay out in. I can tell you right now, I'm sweating like a pig. It is hot today. Okay, getting back to the beginning of this video, I mentioned there's not currently an elevator that takes you up here. Well, here is an elevator. It's not part of the main elevator bank. It's just a special elevator. However, it's broken. So you can't use it. However, we were talking to one of the guys who said if somebody's in a wheelchair, they have a lift for them. So what I'm thinking is they just have that sign on there. And if you are in a wheelchair or a scooter, you'd have to talk to somebody, but they could get you up here. Again, I cannot confirm or deny that because the sign says in the elevator it's broken. But the guy said that people in chairs or scooters could use it. I don't know what to say about that, okay? But remember, that is not part of the main elevator. It's a separate little, just one floor elevator that you would get access to from over here. Or is it, oh, it's inside smoking, right here. It's right there. This is the elevator. Well, like I said, it's got a sign on it. Well, this sign doesn't say broken. The one on the other one did, but that's where it is. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. All right, well, there is the sanctuary up there on deck 17. Oh, you know what? We missed something, guys. There's another area up there. You can stay here, Lisa, if you want. We'll save Lisa's back. Up there, one of the big white balls. Radar dishes there. There's another little area up here. Oh, we try to do our best to be as thorough as possible. Again, there's no shade up here other than right underneath the little white ball there. But look at the views from here. This is where I'd love to stream from, but I promise you there's no Wi-Fi here. Overlook the sanctuary, right? To me, this is some of the best views, really. Just amazing. You take one of these loungers, stick it right here, and just enjoy the views. What do you think? Good spot? Let me know in the comments. All right, y'all. There's your deck 17 sanctuary, and whatever you want to call this. Till we see you on another deck or another ship, y'all be safe.